Hi, my name is Megan Wolf, and this is my presentation for week 3, the movement presentation. So, the country that I chose is Nicaragua, and the reason that I chose this country is because I just felt like it would be something that would be refreshing, something that maybe other people would not choose. And I thought it would just be nice to hear a presentation that's not on the United States or Canada or one of the more basic countries that other people might be choosing. This was a little bit difficult because I had to do some good research, but there was a lot out there. So here we go. What is the trade relationship? So for Nicaragua, they trade with, it's really interesting and not very surprising, honestly, that the number one for imports and exports is the United States. But for imports, the tops are the United States, Mexico, Honduras, China, and Costa Rica. And the things that they are trading are refined petroleum, light rubberized knitted fabric, knit t-shirts, crude petroleum, insulated wire. And for the exports, I thought it would be fun to talk about the exports. Also, it's knit t-shirts, insulated wire, gold, coffee, frozen bovine meat. And these, again, are being exported to the United States, Mexico, El Salvador, Honduras, and Costa Rica. So, how do ideas move to trade? So this was something that I was having trouble finding information on. I feel like a lot of trade is done, I'm assuming through, this is terrible, but I'm assuming through phone calls. I feel like maybe they have meetings with different leaders of countries, and they discuss trade agreements through maybe phone call, video calls, in-person meetings, and then they make these agreements and probably go through paperwork to make through contracts to do agreements for trade. But again, I wasn't able to find very specific information on this, which I would have liked to know more about. So what I found interesting is that for Nicaragua, it's funny because it used to be a very impoverished country, and now it's a very thriving country. And it's saying that people should come and move there because while the U.S. and Canadian economies are suffering, Nicaragua has an economy that is shining as bright as a diamond. Like, they have beautiful physical attributes. They have a lot of revenue coming in from people coming to travel to there. They have a lot of revenue coming from trade agreements, and they are just thriving as an economy now, whereas before they were not. So it's really interesting that they're like, come here, guys, because this is where you want to be. So because of them having such a thriving economy, people would want to come and move there, so that way they are they're living with laws that make living there a breeze. They have really good trade agreements with other countries. They have a lot of tourism things that are very interesting. The main spoken language here is Spanish. So if you were to move there, you would want to obviously know that. But yeah, it's pulling people into moving there and staying there, whereas you would think it would be them wanting to move towards other places. But really, they're kind of honing people in to their own country. And how do goods and things transport from one place to another? So the main way of transportation would be sea transport or air transport, white meat, also business travel. Some other things that they have government services, communication services. It's not very specific, but for transportating the goods and services, the transportation is through sea transport or air transport, using freight or passenger. So that is just a little glimpse into Nicaragua. I hope you enjoyed this presentation and that you were able to learn something. Thank you.